We could spend our lifetime talking the miracles of our 37.2 trillion cells and how they work within our body. It's just phenomenal. Our body is created with bones and veins and millions of details. One of the things that we have in our body is called muscles. It's a muscle. A muscle is made that if something weighs more than a piece of paper, like those big gallon water bottles, that you can actually lift it up. So it's not that you're hurting yourself, it's actually made to challenge you. And ironically, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Because we live in a world of more germs than you can imagine, and more bacteria that you're breathing than you could imagine, our bodies are made to fight it. Now, there are two types of people. We all have it within us to fight germs. We all have it. If you want to have more strength to fight the germs, there's eating healthy is powerful. Having garlic by itself has in it 15 medicines. It's powerful. A clove of garlic each and every day. Now, what happens is, I'm going to give you some powerful analogy, is your body is waiting for these bacteria and these germs because it wants to fight it at a certain level. Therefore, thank God, up-to-date doctors tell you if a cookie drops on the floor, chips, let your child eat it because it needs to build its immune system. If you want to understand it with an analogy, my analogy that I have is, if I am struggling with someone to open up a door and I'm pushing the door, and my brain expects that person to push back, and I'm pushing with all my might, okay? Now I have the might and I'm going to actually push that door open and I'm going to come through. Just imagine me psyching myself up and about to push the door that someone's pushing against me, but there's no one there, and I put all my energy, I will fly through the door and hit my head in the other wall, and I will bruise my whole entire face. Because I psyched myself up to fight something, and my energy is there to fight it, to push it, to use my muscles, and it's not a big deal. I'll get through. We have this army within us that are made and prepared to fight the germs around us. Now, it's good that every time someone, opponent, comes to you and you push the door open with your might, you push the door open with your might, you push open the door with your might, your muscles are there. And your muscles become stronger. Now, what happens if no one ever challenges you? You just come, just open the door, just open the door, just open the door. Your muscles become weaker, which means all those parts within us, sorry, I'm not the biology doctor, so I won't be able to identify them. All the cells and everything within us that are made to fight the germs, and you're not allowing them to actually fight it because you wash your hands 55 times a day, you only wear clothing after 5 hours, you only use a towel one time after your shower, you change your towels from the kitchen 15 and a half times per day. You're not allowing, so that part within you that's made to fight germs is actually becoming weaker. That doesn't mean we should put all the pennies that come into our house and the quarters and put them in our mouth and say, whoa, we're strengthening now, because that's way too much germs and sicknesses that went through too many hands. But here and there, to have germs, or like the doctor says, to pick up a cookie off the floor or chips, whatever it might be, on the contrary, let it, because you want to build their immune system, obviously slowly. The newborns have a very weak immune system. Elderly have a weak immune system. Those two categories, youngsters and elders, they need to be more careful. But once you get older, you ask your doctor what age, it's actually important that your body fights and your immune system is strong and fights all, not diseases, I already said it before, but I lost the word. Not bacteria, all germs, and you're able to have it. As I said, there's a level when you come from public places that there were too many hands. So you just got to use a little bit of common sense. It's not always so common when you will wash your hands, but definitely No need to wash your hands 55 times a day. So that's regarding, do we have some time? Yes, we have some time. That's regarding to the OCD. So basically, let's summarize. You have an illusion that you're unsafe, and then you have another illusion to keep you safe. And the problem is, let me just finish up with the problem and we'll stop here. The problem with it, besides making others crazy and you crazy, you're not even accomplishing anything. Every time you respect this illusion that you're unsafe, and as a result, you're going to count, or you're going to be on top of your hygiene, overly protective over your hygiene, you're actually respecting the idea that you're unsafe. That's why the more we feed into fears and we don't go places, or we indulge, as too many of us indulge in OCD, it actually becomes harder. And when, plus, you're not solving, I didn't mention it before, besides making others crazy and yourself crazy and you're not solving, your problem is becoming larger, because you know, if you have OCD, or if you know someone else has OCD, it doesn't stop there. There's anxieties usually, there's phobias, there's not sleeping at night, there's eating too much, there's eating too little, which means you are letting the real thing go out of hand. The real thing is to tackle the problem by the source, that you are suffering from something that's not even inside of you, which is the problem that you feel unsafe when you're really safe. That's what you got to deal with. And that's okay to deal with, because that is real, that you have a feeling that you're unsafe, and that must be looked after. Because once you feel safe, guess what? You won't need sleeping pills. Doctors, stop prescribing all these pills. Temporarily, for sure, for a few months, a few weeks, if you need to. We need to get rid of the source of the problem. Giving them a pill, the fact that they will fall asleep easier, will not help the source of the problem, that these human beings feel unsafe when they're living in a beautiful, safe world. And if a lightning hits you, you have no choice anyway, so you might as well enjoy life. And if you worry about the problem before it happens, it's like paying interest before you took the loan. Thanks for listening, and have yourself an awesome and delightful day.